The morning sun filtered through the mess hall windows, catching the steam rising from coffee cups and breakfast plates. Soldiers laughed, nudging each other as their eyes fell on her arm. The tattoo, intricate and bold, curled across her forearm, a symbol they didn't understand, a mark they thought was mere decoration. "What's that supposed to be?" One of them sneered, laughter rippling through the table. She didn't answer, her fingers tightening around her fork. She had heard the jokes before. Today, however, their mockery was about to meet a reality they could neither ignore nor ridicule. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. Lieutenant Commander Selene Hayes, quiet yet poised, had earned her stripes in silence. Every mission, every impossible objective, every whispered briefing had honed her into a force few could measure at first glance. The tattoo was not a symbol of vanity. It was a mark of legacy, etched to honor a lineage of warriors, mentors, and sacrifices. But the soldiers in the hall saw only ink, not history, not skill. And that would change in moments. The murmur of conversation grew as more noticed her presence, the smirk on some faces fading ever so slightly as they recognized the subtle authority in her posture. Selena's calm was palpable. Air hung thick with unspoken tension. The smell of toast and brewed coffee mixed with the weight of anticipation, as if the mess hall itself held its breath. She adjusted her uniform sleeve, revealing the tattoo fully, and for a brief moment, silence threatened to break, but she didn't speak. Reputation spoke first. She thought back to the missions where respect had been earned, not through words, but through action. Each life saved, every strategy executed flawlessly. Each team led through danger had taught her patience. Patience to endure mockery, to wait for the exact moment when skill would silence doubt. And that moment had arrived. Shadow fell over the mess hall doorway. Heads turned, some still chuckling softly until a figure entered. The SEAL commander, veteran of countless operations, stopped in his tracks. His eyes swept the room, finally landing on her forearm. Then, in a motion precise and deliberate, he saluted. The hall froze. Laughter ceased mid-sentence. Coffee cups paused in midair. Even the dull hum of conversation died as everyone comprehended the gravity of what they had witnessed. Murmurs spread like wildfire. "She's the one? The commander? No way?" Faces reflected astonishment, respect, and a dawning understanding. Selena's calm remained unwavering. She had expected nothing less, yet the effect still surprised even her. Her tattoo, once a source of ridicule, had become a symbol of authority, courage, and undeniable achievement. She had faced doubt before. The question of worthiness had always loomed in her mind. Could she command respect without raising her voice? Could a symbol, a silent testament to her journey, convey her capabilities better than words ever could? Watching the SEAL commander's salute, she realized that validation doesn't always come from applause, comes from recognition by those who understand true skill. The tension slowly melted, replaced by admiration and quiet acknowledgement. Soldiers straightened, some swallowing their pride, others nodding subtly in respect. Her presence, once underestimated, now commanded the room effortlessly. She had reminded everyone, without a word, that true authority is earned, demonstrated, and undeniable. Moral clarity lingered in the hall. She had chosen not to humiliate or retaliate against the mockery. Instead, she allowed her actions and her legacy to speak. It was a lesson in humility, patience, and the quiet power of mastery. Courage, she knew, often manifests in silence before it shatters doubt. The morning continued, breakfast plates clattering and coffee refilled, but the atmosphere had changed. Where mockery once lived, respect now held sway. And for Selene, it was a moment that reaffirmed the truth she carried in her heart, that courage, skill, and honor always speak louder than words, and recognition will come, often when least expected. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. Selene left the mess hall, her calm confidence leaving a lasting impression. Every glance, every whispered acknowledgement, reminded those present that strength is quiet, mastery is patient, respect is undeniable when earned through action. And for those watching, her story remains a lesson. Legacy and courage are seen not in boastful words, but in silent, decisive actions. Comment below where you're watching from, like the video, and subscribe to Whispered Words for more true-life stories of bravery, skill, and unforgettable moments. Every story is a reminder of what is possible when courage meets patience.